We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It is 11 o'clock. There are new questions about the city's Safe Streets program. Coming up, why one critic is calling the program a failure. And the fight against BGE and those external gas regulators is growing. A new group that's now joining the lawsuit. And just days after recreational marijuana was legalized right here in Maryland, the feds are out with a new warning. Why some cannabis companies are being told to stop selling products. Fox 45 News Midday starts right now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Well, thanks for joining us on this Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Tom Rogers. Just in, police in Annapolis, they're searching for two people who they say assaulted a police officer and then tried to take another officer's gun. They say it happened Tuesday night, 4th of July, as officers were trying to stop a large crowd from setting off illegal fireworks. While arresting one suspect, police say a woman tried to grab the arresting officer's gun. They say a second person, a man, then assaulted another officer. Detectives are now trying to identify the two people that you see right here. If you know anything, you're asked to contact police. Turning now to a city in crisis. The search continues for the people responsible for Sunday's deadly mass shooting at a block party in South Baltimore. And as the search continues, there are questions about what led up to the shooting and if it could have been prevented. Fox 45 News learning Safe Streets, the city's flagship gun violence prevention program, responded to a scene with numerous armed individuals at the Brooklyn Day celebration, but never notified other city agencies. Olivia Dance is bringing us a closer look at why Safe Streets workers left and why no one told Baltimore police what was happening.
Acting Police Commissioner Richard Worley says the department didn't know about the Brooklyn Day event until it was already happening, but now we've learned that Safe Streets did know.
Earlier in the evening, some of our Safe Street staff, just as a part of their community activities, were out there and actively de-escalated 3 to 4 conflicts.
Dispatch audio reveals that Baltimore police knew a crowd was gathering at Brooklyn homes and there were concerns about safety. But when they arrived, 30 people had already been shot. It's unclear exactly when the Safe Streets workers were at Brooklyn Day, but we know that the mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement didn't alert Baltimore police of the massive gathering. So Fox 45 News sent the mayor's office and Monzi several questions on your screen, including how did Safe Streets workers find out about Brooklyn Day? How many violence interrupters were there? What time were the violence interrupters there? What time did they leave? Why didn't they stay at the event later? Who told them to leave given the potential for escalation and violence? And finally, will protocols change within Monzi and other city agencies to relay information about potential threats? They didn't answer all of those questions, but said internal policies are now being reviewed. Taxpayer watchdog David Williams says the mass shooting is another red flag for a program designed to prevent gun violence.
There needs to be a reality check with the mayor and the city because he can't keep on heaping praise upon an agency that is failing at every level at this point. If this really is the future of Baltimore City, Safe Streets should have had a presence there all day, not just part of the day.
Williams is calling for more accountability when it comes to the money being spent on Safe Streets. And next week, City Council is holding a hearing to get answers to many of the questions that we're already asking. For now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News.
Now, as the search for Sunday's shooter continues, there's a $28,000 reward for any information leading to the arrest. Anyone with information asked to call Metro Crime Stoppers. That number you see on your screen, it's 866-7-LOCK-UP. The ongoing crime and violence is having an economic impact. In Fells Point, one restaurant owner says the frequent fights that erupt are keeping customers away.
Any artery pouring into this area is completely blocked off. So how are you going to do the business if the streets are blocked off and people cannot come into the area? And still, even though there's so much police presence, there's still crime, there's still shootings and whatever. Our business dropped tremendously.
Denzel Richards, you just heard, the owner of Denzel Shark and Bar Grill, says that he has called on city for help, but blames and claims that his calls have gone unanswered.
But when you try to apply for it, it's just one hurdle over another hurdle, and you don't get frustrated and you just give up. Do they care? I don't know. The fire department, this is for the liquor board. We don't have the resources to stay alive. We don't think we're going to stay alive for like another 2 years.
It's not just in Fells Point. Eddie's of Mount Vernon, you see here, shut its doors at the end of June over crime concerns after 24 years in business. And then you remember in May, Doc's Smoke Shop in Highlandtown shut down after 2 armed robberies in 6 months. They were both caught on video. Owner saying that customers should not be afraid when they visit her business. And Maryland-based Giant Food is considering closing some locations in Baltimore City. The store spending more money for security. Now, you can learn more about the economic impact that the violence is having on Baltimore right on our website. That's foxbaltimore.com. Search is also in Wycomico County for suspects responsible for a deadly mass shooting in Salisbury early yesterday morning. In that shooting, 14-year-old Xavier Maddox was killed. 6 others were injured. Wycomico County police say it happened at a block party. There's currently no word on any suspects or how the shooting unfolded. Here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number 1, happening today, Governor Wes Moore will be in Hanover visiting the Maryland Department of Transportation. Today's noon meeting comes just a few weeks after the governor announced plans to reintroduce the Red Line Transit Plan. It's a massive project to connect the east-west corridor through Baltimore City. Trending number 2, President Biden is heading to South Carolina to make an announcement on manufacturing. The president will be speaking at the Flex Ltd manufacturing plant in West Columbia. On its website, the company describes itself as a global supply chain and manufacturing solutions provider. Trending number 3, a lawsuit against BGE over external gas regulators is growing. Neighbors from West Baltimore who tried to sue BGE last fall when those external regulators were put in front of their homes are now joining this suit. The case will be back in front of a judge Monday. City Council hearing on the external regulators is set for next Wednesday. Trending number 4, just days after recreational marijuana is legalized in Maryland, a federal regulator is calling for cannabis companies to stop selling their products with packaging closely resembling popular snacks. You can see how they resemble them right there. The Federal Trade Commission says 6 companies are using packaging which could trick children into accidentally ingesting the drugs. You can download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Just search WBFF in your app store. Well, still ahead, are you brushing your teeth right or wrong, or maybe in the wrong order? Apparently, there's an order you should be brushing your teeth when it comes to your bedtime routine. What doctors are saying about it, that's ahead. Summer is only starting and the shark bites are already pushing people out of the water in New York. Take a close look. That's a school of sharks, where patrols are being stepped up following the recent shark sightings. But first, Walgreens agreeing to pay for its role in the opioid crisis, where the money's going and how much the company will be paying up.
And we're getting ready for another hot day. You may be able to enjoy time at the pool, but you'll have to watch for afternoon storms. I'll break down when we could see those storms and what to expect heading into the weekend in my full forecast.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
Taking a look at your social stream, another state reaching a settlement agreement with Walgreens over the company's role in the opioid epidemic. Nevada officials say that Walgreens will pay the state $285 million. Money will be paid over 15 years and will be split between state and local governments. Last month, Walgreens reached a $500 million settlement with New Mexico over the epidemic. And you can hear people, though. James is saying, he's tweeting, how many went to prison? Simply put there. And then he also, Jason, writing in saying, LOL, all this money is simply going into the coffers of the state and local governments, and not a dime of this will be spent on any opioid victim. Exactly what happened with the tobacco lawsuits of the 1990s. Lawyers sure cleaned up big, though. Well, patrols for sharks off Long Island beaches. Take a look right there. You see those little tan marks in there? That's a school of sharks there. And their attacks on people are increasing. 5 people were apparently bitten in just the past 2 days. New York authorities say the incidents happened on Monday and Tuesday, and all of them were likely shark bites. Officials say they have increased patrols and deployed more drones to scout the water for potential danger. According to the Florida Museum of Natural History, there were 57 documented shark attacks worldwide last year. Well, this is Christoph is saying, this is why I stay on the north side of Long Island if I want to swim. Besides, there were like a dozen cases last year, so this isn't anything extraordinary. Doesn't sound like he's worried about it. Jane writing, well, the ocean is the shark's home. Those people are trespassing. I believe that's the reason why the sharks are biting them. Canada's government is going to stop advertising on Facebook and Instagram. This announcement comes in response to Meta's decision to block Canadian news content on 2 platforms to address Canada's new Online News Act. The act requires tech companies to pay publishers for linking to or repurposing their content online. Google has also said it will block Canadian news when the bill takes effect in 6 months. Well, here's some comments on that one. Speaking here, Josh says Google and Meta won't even blink at this. And Cheryl writes, what a waste of taxpayer funds. So glad the ads are stopped. Still ahead, something borrowed, something blue, something new. New tech leading to new trends in the wedding industry. You see what's going on there? We'll explain how chat bots are now helping couples say, I do. Record heat for a 3rd day in a row. We'll take a closer look at the global records that are being set and when we'll get some relief here at home. Coming up at noon, it's Karamo, and then at 1, it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. 11:12 is the time now. Well, we're back with a live look over the Inner Harbor today. Beautiful shot right here. It's another hot and humid one. We'll be in the 90s again, and it's not just the heat that we'll have to deal with. We could also see some pop-up storms. Meteorologist Jasmine Lomax will time it all out for us. That's coming up in just about 5 minutes. Happening today, the sentencing hearing resumes for the El Paso Walmart shooter. In February, the gunman pleaded guilty to 90 federal charges, including 23 counts of hate crimes resulting in death. According to his plea agreement, he will likely serve 90 consecutive life sentences. Also happening today, a valet for former President Donald Trump is set to appear in federal court. Walt Nauta is charged, see him highlighted right there, alongside with Trump in a 38-count indictment accused of mishandling classified documents. Nadeau was supposed to be arraigned already, but it says that he has not been able to find a suitable lawyer in Florida to represent him. Making your headlines, North Carolina Democratic governor vetoes 3 bills targeting LGBTQ children. Now, one would forbid transgender athletes from playing women's sports. Another would stop most gender-affirming care for minors. And a third bill would restrict how gender identity can be discussed in elementary schools. The home where 4 University of Idaho students were murdered is set to be demolished. The move comes despite a request from 3 of the victims' families to keep it standing through the end of the trial. University officials say demolishing the house, quote, is a healing step and removes the physical structure where the crime that shook our community was committed. Well, in December, an Idaho judge ordered the crime scene to be preserved until February 1st, 2023, or until further order of the court. Fox 45 is learning more details about the hours before Sunday's deadly mass shooting in South Baltimore. At 4, our latest finding on when and what Safe Street workers knew about potential threat that day. Then at 5, police scanners will be delayed 15 minutes in Baltimore moving forward. Why some say the policy police believe will protect officers could do more harm than good. And at 6, have other states had success with special sessions, looking to efforts around the country, as some say Maryland needs to act now on the violent crime. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash. You're at Amazon, Alexa, or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines, your forecast. We do it in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, just tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:16 and trending now, the AI chatbot ChatGPT. Guess what? It's helping to officiate a wedding in Colorado. Reese Wench and Dayton Truitt tied the knot, and you see it right here at the historic Morrison Church in Morrison, Colorado. While the church dates back to the 1800s, the couple decided to use futuristic technology to oversee their wedding. The couple planned their wedding in just 5 days because Truitt was set to be deployed for the Army, and Wench wanted to join him after basic training. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyles here now. Mark, okay, so I started looking into this a little bit more, and you're like, we're just mockery of weddings. But what they were doing there is they said they put in their wedding vows, they put in Bible verses, they put in things from their past, their families, other weddings, and they kind of put it in there, and then it first denied them, and then later on, ChatGPT came out with some printout version, and they loved it.
I guess the big question, Tom, is why? I mean, you know, this is they have a unique situation. It's like a time crunch. They want it to be special. I don't know if I want one of my most special moments. I don't want to make a machine make that moment. I don't know, you know, maybe, but that could be the old school in me, Tom.
Well, they had friends with robot masks on read some of the stuff for them to read it out, they said in there. So it makes it a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more lighthearted instead of the traditional former setting. Now, our producer, Caitlin, she said when she was looking at this, she said it's interesting. She thought maybe this would work, say, if another pandemic or something were to happen where you couldn't have people close together. Chatbot, you have just the couples there in the room and be able to perform it.
Well, Tom, did they do it just to get coverage? Because we are talking about their wedding. We normally would, if it was a regular minister, we would not be talking about this story. So
I think that's a really good point.
Did they just want to get some? Obviously, it's working because we're talking about them.
We are, and maybe some people are reaching out, going, "Hey, where are you going for your honeymoon? What's going on with this? Yeah, we'd like to get you on here or whatever, talk to you about it, and
but still,
maybe send you to your honeymoon." Yeah.
Well, this is the new world we're in.
It is. Yeah. Remember this? Will we have ChatGPT in divorce court?
Right. Half.
Sorry, took a turn there. All right, thanks, Mark. Oh, if you step outside, you know it's hot out, and we all know it. And now for a third day in a row, the Earth's average temperature remained at a record high. According to the University of Maine, the average global temperature was 62.9 degrees Fahrenheit Wednesday. And that matches the record that was set Tuesday. Also comes after a previous record of 62.6 was set Monday. Roughly 38 million Americans were under some kind of heat advisory or alert just yesterday. And it's going to be another hot one today. For a closer look at when we will finally get some relief, we want to go over to meteorologist Jasmine Lomax. Good morning, Jasmine.
Good morning, Tom. We are taking a look at this photo coming in from Eric, Oklahoma. Just a beautiful photo as they deal with some severe weather. You can see that cloud to ground lightning, and it really just looks stunning. Not good to be out there, but a great photo as they deal with summer storms. We'll have summer storms as well, not talking anything severe, but the storms could have an impact on some of your plans. Not only do we have storms, but we're looking at hot temperatures once again, so a very typical summer pattern. Current temperatures right now at 87, but it already feels like the low 90s. It is very hot and humid outside. We've got temperatures mainly in the 80s across the state, still nice and dry. But when we take a look at how it feels, many of us with heat indices currently in the 90s, and we'll see those numbers rise possibly to the upper 90s today. That's how it's going to feel. Then tomorrow, still feeling like the mid 90s. The numbers start to trend downward as we head into the weekend and then into next week. We'll finally get a break from those 90-degree days, and the humidity won't be as bad as we get closer to Monday. As we take a look at the HD radar, we've got an unsettled pattern. We've got the stationary front to our south, and then we also have a cold front that we're keeping watch on. Unfortunately, that front not bringing us much relief, but we will instead have the chance for showers and storms. That happens this afternoon. We're talking spotty storms, not a washout. If you have plans to be outside, just make sure that you're keeping watch on the radar in case storms move into your area. Then as we head into the day tomorrow, we start off with dry weather. By the afternoon, we'll have a better chance for showers and storms across the state. There could be heavy rain at times, thunder, lightning, so make sure that you are staying weather alert. This continues overnight and then into Saturday morning. Later in the day, another chance for showers and storms, and unfortunately, the rainy pattern continues on Sunday and again on Monday before we finally get a break from the rain and storms on Tuesday. Highs today will be around 92, keeping us slightly above average. It is going to feel much hotter when we factor in the humidity. It'll feel like the upper 90s, so make sure that you are staying hydrated and avoiding prolonged exposure outside. 91 for the temperature on Friday and again on Saturday. Then we're looking at the 80s, a break from the 90s finally coming on Sunday. We still have the chance for showers and storms. 87 on Monday, then on Sunday, temperatures around 90. We stay in the 90s as we head into Wednesday, looking at dry weather, though, through the middle of the week. Then as we head into the second half of the week, our temperatures stay in the upper 80s. Back to you.
Thank you, Jasmine. Ahead of the busy summer travel season, JetBlue is ending its partnership with American Airlines. What it means for you, the traveler. But first, Twitter is getting some new competition. The new app Facebook is rolling out an attempt to attract some Twitter users. A big night of your favorite TV shows is ahead. First at 8, it's Alert. Then at 9, Stars on Mars. And Fox 45 News at 10, and the late edition at 11. 11:22 is your time now. 11:25, and don't miss this. Twitter and Truth Social, they're getting some new competition. In fact, Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, launching a new competitor called Threads. The new standalone app allows Instagram users to keep their users named for the new service. The launch comes just days after Twitter announced it's moving its TweetDeck viewing tool behind a paywall. JetBlue Airways putting an end to its joint venture with American Airlines. The so-called Northeast Alliance allowed two carriers to share passengers and revenue in the New England market. But a federal judge in May ruled the partnership anti-competitive. American is vowing to appeal, but JetBlue says it will not challenge the ruling. The company hopes the move will persuade the Justice Department to greenlight its proposed purchase of Spirit Airlines. Bad news for Disney. Stock is plunging again as investment firms warn its streaming services are stalling and attendance at theme parks are tanking. Since its peak of nearly $200 in late 2021, Disney stocks have fallen sharply, ending last week at just $89.28 in the red for a long time. Meanwhile, Yahoo, remember that? Yeah, is making money again, and its chief executive says the company is working on a stock launch. It was a public company in the 90s, but it was later sold to Verizon, which sold it to Apollo Funds 2 years ago. Are you hungry? Time for a lunch break. If you're a fan of tomato sauce, well, guess what? You can now carry around jar-themed bags, because why not? Sauce company Rao's Homemade is releasing 2 new jar purses. One is styled after Rao's marinara sauce, the other after Rao's top-ranking sauce, the vodka arrabbiata. But the bags are not cheap. Go figure, the purses retail for $1,000 each. And if you spill some sauce on them, they stain forever. That's all the time we have for your Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyles up next. Mark Clark, back to tell us what you're working on.
I think that's another why, Tom.
Yeah,
another
why?
why. A viral video sparking a debate on how much you should tip. That's coming up on Be More Lifestyle next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? It's Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here.
Hey.
Kramer and Jess from Mix 106.5, and lovely meteorologist Jasmine Lomax. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Let me tell you right now, trending now, viral video sparking debate on how much you should tip when getting food delivered. Now, here.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just want to say it's a nice house for a $5 tip.
Oh, okay. We cut the video off because we can't hear what the driver says next, but he curses the woman out. She posted a video asking, how much should I tip for a $20 pie? She gave $5, which is 25%. A lot of people say
that's a lot.
Others saying it depends on how much the order is, and that 20% might be too little for smaller orders. I don't agree with that.
He can't do math. The delivery driver can't do math. No. Because she gave you a really great tip. That's more than a lot of people would give. I would just give you whatever I had in my pocket at the time, the little coin jar. You know, when you go in the coin jar and you just get a couple of quarters out. For pizza, we are not giving $10 tips for pizza. I don't understand.
And I actually, you know, when I need some extra change, I do deliver on the side.
Wow.
I don't mind that. I don't mind, you know, people, it is what it is. I mean, you're not doing it to get rich. You're just trying to hustle up some money. But
you are just trying to
Jazz, do you order a lot? Are you a person that orders a lot at home?
I'm not. I'll usually just drive there and pick up the food. But even when I do that, I try to do 20%. So the woman did 25%, and he's complaining.
I try to do the church tithe minimum of 10%.
I'm sorry. That's not the show, I guess. Kramer and Jess, what do you think?
I mean, I don't feel like anybody should come to your house for less than $5. That feels like a little insulting on that point. But like, that $20 pizza probably actually cost $8 at the store. You're already paying.
Literally.
You're already mad.
He could have had DiGiorno for cheaper. That's exactly what they could have had.
But here's the thing, though. Why is it okay for him to, like, basically yell at her or curse at her or be extremely rude to her about getting a tip? Like, I served for over 9 years, and yeah, you do want to get tips when you're a server, but like, I can't go to your table and bang on your table and demand money.
Wow, Jess, thank you for your service.
She
said it. Thank you for your services.
How much do you tip? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote for our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. You might want to think twice before picking up your phone. A new study finds those who spend time scrolling through social media on their phones are more likely to suffer from anxiety, depression, and stress. According to the Office of National Statistics, the highest levels of loneliness are found in young adults, and experts warn social media holds significant importance for this group of young people. While some individuals talk highly about it, others demonize it. Kramer, you look like a stroller. A stroller.
What does a stroller look like?
I'm sorry, Kramer. Are you a stroller or a stroller?
Your face is giving stroller.
Yeah. Listen, I've always argued this. What else are single people supposed to do?
Thank you, Kramer.
Kramer.
What are we supposed to do on these dates, Kramer? What are we supposed to do?
Yeah, why talk to the person in front of you? You know what I mean?
Oh, right. But what if their conversation is boring? Because, like, honestly, it's a little catch-22. Because honestly, and then if you don't want to talk to anybody, if you're ignoring someone, that's the best time to scroll and like they're talking to you. Like,
Jess, I'm sorry.
You ever had that? No.
So I've honestly experienced getting kind of depressed doing that and lost in it.
Wow.
And I don't know if it is you get lost in like comparing yourself, or then you like look up and it's been like an hour and a half and like your arm is falling asleep. Wow. So I've been trying to balance that a little bit, because I feel like I could get lost in that sometimes. Yes. Especially, I feel like all of us can relate to that.
Jess,
because
you're scaring us. You're scaring us.
That's deep. Because listen, we were talking about just ending up on different pages.
A new study finds your bedtime routine could be causing acne, especially if you don't wash your face after brushing your teeth. A dermatologist says because toothpaste can get on your chin and clog your pores. For better, clear skin, they say you should wash your face after brushing your teeth and not the other way around.
Wait a minute.
Interesting. Okay.
Because when you have a zit, you definitely put toothpaste. You put that white toothpaste on it, and that's going to be gone by tomorrow, baby. Okay, listen.
I'm sorry, Jess, you're saying?
No, that freaks me out because I didn't have that information. I have a very, very strategic skincare routine, and I brush my teeth. I don't do it before. So now I kind of feel like my life is over because that was not the order that my
your life is just beginning.
Kramer, please help Help us, Kramer.
Whole new skin like that, you know.
My life is beginning on Be More Lifestyle. And
Listen, you have taken it there. Ever since she got this Gracie Award, she's been acting different.
I know.
Like, Jess is deeper now.
Kramer, keep this show together. You guys are too. What the heck?
What is happening?
We now know Kramer's pain.
Right.
So, Jasmine, your beautiful face. What's your secret?
She's vegan.
I brush my teeth. I am
That's
not
her
vegan.
secret.
I will never be vegan. Pescatarian only.
Oh, pescatarian. My sister she's that too.
But no, I brush my teeth and then I wash my face.
Well, see, this is why I don't brush my teeth or wash my face. There
You know what? But you look shiny though. You look clean though. So you had me fooled.
Kramer and Jess, the #1 rated show on radio. Go check them out. We'll see you guys later in the show. Thanks so much. Still ahead. Don't head out of your summer road trip without this next thing. We'll tell you about it coming up, okay? Also, we're talking about new help for local small business owners, free resources they can take advantage of. Stick around. These stories and more on the way.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Planning for a roadside emergency is always in season. Nick Calderon shares details about a popular 10-in-1 tool that's a must for most cars. Here he is with today's money-saving offer from America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Noki.
Not today, man. Dead car batteries. Every single time you're trying to get out of the house on time, be someplace, it happens. That click, click, click. Or you're on the side of the road on a gray, cold, dark day like today. It's never fun. But I have the answer for you. It's called the Jump Smart, and it can get you back on the road quickly. Watch this. Plug the two alligator clips in right here. Red clamp to red on the battery. Black to black, I get a beep and a green light, and now I can start my car back up. Just like that. I don't have to wait for roadside assistance or anybody else to come and help me out. I keep a Jump Smart in every family member's car. My daughters have one, my wife has one, and I know I have peace of mind, and so do they. It's also a 10-in-1 tool. It's got a compass, a thermometer, it's a flashlight and a strobe light, many other tools as well. And my favorite part, you can charge your cell phone with the two included USB ports on the back. If you lose power in a storm or something, just plug your phone in and you can stay connected with family and friends. Speaking of them, put one in every family member's car. 31% off right now at asadeals.com.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Capital One.
Our next guest could be called the master of masa, a maize dough that is used to make tortillas, tamales, and other Latin American dishes. He even wrote the book on it. Joining us now is Jorge Gavidia. I hope I got that right. James Beard Award-winning founder of Masaindia and best-selling author of Masa Techniques, Recipes, and Reflections on a Timeless Staple. Welcome. So how are you, sir?
Thanks so much for having me this morning. I'm doing great.
So tell us about your company, Masaindia, and its mission to reinvent the masa supply chain. And am I saying it incorrectly? Please correct all that.
No, I'm amazed. You're an expert. No, so Macienda is the better masa company, and masa, for those who aren't familiar, is it's a dough. So it's actually a corn dough that makes up some of our favorite foods like tortillas for tacos and tamales and pupusas and arepas. It's really kind of like the staple that defines so much of Latin America.
I love it. Tell us how you navigated running a business in the food industry during the past few challenging years, because it's been tough.
Yeah, I think as a lot of small businesses can relate in both food and, outside of food, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. But, for us, we were largely a food service focused company. So we worked a lot with chefs around the world, a lot in the greater kind of Baltimore area as well, actually. And it's been an interesting experience to see kind of how, with restaurants shutting down, how much home cooks really started to kind of get interested in foods that, maybe you bought from a local taqueria for years, but had never thought to make a taco from scratch at home. And so it was an amazing kind of game-changing opportunity for us to kind of level up our business with a channel that we didn't really have access to before, which was home cooks across the country.
And talk to us about your products are now available nationwide. How exciting is that?
Yeah, it's great. It's one of those things. It's kind of a blessing and could have been a curse if we didn't have the right kind of, I think, financial partners. So with Capital One, we've been basically saving, rewards over the years. Every purchase that we make, we get 2% cash back on that. And we've really treated that fund as a result, which has added up to something kind of really meaningful for us, to help support innovation and product growth and innovation, across every channel of the business. So, retail grocery, it's not a cheap thing to get into, believe it or not. You really have to have like the right, I think, preparation in place and the right budget. And, our Cash Plus, Spark Cash Plus card has been invaluable in helping us get there for sure.
Well, we're so proud of you. You're doing an amazing job. How can people follow you and see what you're doing?
You can follow us at macienda.com and capitalone.com.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, okay?
Thanks for having me.
Sure. Take care. Still ahead, singer Adele shuts down fans who want to disrupt live concerts, and Keke Palmer's boyfriend is making headlines after criticizing the singer's outfit choice, why he's not backing down, and how the actress is responding. You got to see this outfit. You got to see Lady T. She's It's time to spill the tea with Lady T. What's up, Lady T?
Hey, fellow tea sippers. All right, let's get to pouring it up. All right, so Keke Palmer's boyfriend is not happy with her recent choices, okay? So she was at Usher's concert in Las Vegas in a sexy dress. Now, Usher pulled her onto stage and he serenaded her. The video has been posted everywhere. Her boyfriend, Darius, now he quote tweeted it, and he said, "It's the outfit, though. You a mom." He later defended his comments, saying that he has standards and morals and blah, 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 and doesn't think that she should be wearing a revealing outfit. Honestly, I don't even care about this story. Can we take 30 seconds to just acknowledge how amazing Keke has been looking? Sis just had a baby, but she looks like a baddie. Like, I don't know what she's doing, but I need her to just bottle it all up, put it in a jar, and just sell it to us. Mark, do you agree with this whole baby daddy situation? Do you agree that, was it too revealing? I felt like it looked great on her. I don't know.
I think she should move on. First of all, like, are you married? Are you married?
Hold on, let me dodge the shots that were being fired.
She's a grown woman. What are you doing? And then part two is you don't comment about it publicly.
Yeah, exactly. Why didn't he talk to her about it privately? You know what I mean?
It'd be over.
And just compliment her online, okay?
Let me tell you something. That's what's giving, though.
He's like, lesson learned. All right, up next, you guys, singer Adele took a moment to warn her audience. Y'all better not throw nothing at her. In reference to artists recently hit by items thrown on stage by fans during their concert, including BB Rexa, Adele told the audience at her Las Vegas residency, "I dare you to throw something," okay? She said, "People appear to be forgetting show etiquette at the moment," but added, "Stop throwing things at artists because it's dangerous." And that was the clean version of what she said, because let me tell you, she cussed a whole lot in there. All right, and she did all this while holding a t-shirt launcher, so she kind of looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But anyway, don't play with that girl. She's not the one. Honestly, I've been scared of Adele since I saw her rap a Nicki Minaj verse, so I already know she is not the one to play with. Yeah. Hopefully they stop throwing things at people, Mark. Like, what is the problem?
On the other side of the tracks in the UK.
Yeah, she's not the one, okay? Yeah. Y'all, stop playing with Adele out here, okay? Up next, because the tea keeps pouring. All right, so a new wave of celebrities are being honored with stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Honorees include Michelle Yeoh, Chadwick Boseman, rest in honor king. Also, Ken Jeong, we know him from The Masked Singer on Fox. Cheryl Lee Ralph, she's had an amazing year. She's from Abbott Elementary. Also, Kerry Washington, Brandy, Gwen Stefani, and local celeb Toni Braxton are all going to get stars too. Toni went to my alma mater, Bowie State University. Hey, girl. All right, so also the great Otis Redding, he is an honoree as well. And my favorite radio host besides Mark Clark, Angie Martinez, is getting her flowers as well. She made me want to become a radio host. That was like my first goal, Mark, so I love her. Also, they all represent different genres of entertainment world. Their ceremonies have not been planned yet, but congrats to them. Mark, where are our stars? Are they on the way? Because I feel like I should already have one. What's going on?
You have to pay for them.
So, you have to pay for it? Oh, no, we're good. I'm good. All right.
Good, yeah.
I'm going to draw a star. I'm fine. Yeah. All right, that's it for the tea for today. Now, y'all know what to do at home. Y'all got to go sip on all that tea.
All right, now it's going to be another hot and humid day outside. For a closer look, here's our superstar meteorologist, Jasmine Lomax.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, it's certainly going to be another hot and steamy day, but nothing like what they're seeing in Arizona. This is an absolutely stunning photo. I mean, you've got the horses in the background, the beautiful sky. What you can't see is the extreme heat that they have there. They're actually under an excessive heat warning. Many parts of the country dealing with hot temperatures once again. Other areas in orange under a heat advisory, and that includes New York and also parts of New England. So hot temperatures across many parts of the country. That includes us. It may come as a surprise, though, that we're actually looking at Earth being the farthest from the sun this year. Today, actually, it's a feeling day. 87 for the current temperature. It feels more like it's in the low 90s already, and these numbers will keep rising. We've got temperatures mainly in the 80s across the state. When we factor in the humidity, it feels like it's in the 90s, and we are looking at those heat indices approaching the upper 90s this afternoon, then the mid-90s tomorrow, mid-90s again on Saturday, and we start to get a little bit of relief from the heat on Sunday and again on Monday. Heat indices won't be quite as high. Still, make sure that you are practicing heat safety over the next few days. Stay hydrated, and also avoid spending too much time outside. Take breaks in the shade and AC. We're still nice and dry right now, but we have our next weather maker on the way. and that's going to lead to another unsettled day. We'll have the chance for a few spotty showers and potential storms this afternoon. There could be some brief downpours, but we do start to dry out as we head into daybreak tomorrow. It's later in the afternoon when we have our next chance for showers and storms, and the unsettled pattern continues tomorrow. 91 for the high, then 91 again on Saturday, 86 on Sunday, 87 on Monday. After that, we're back to the 90s with mostly dry weather on Tuesday and Wednesday, and we'll stay in the upper 80s after that. Back to you.
You may know the anchor, Kai Jackson, but do you know the man? Our colleague, Kai, is a wonderful journalist here at Fox 45, but you're going to find out more about him right now.
I'm going to keep it real. This is a very big platform, and we have to be responsible in how we use it. My eureka moment was when a woman named Serbino Sandifer came to my college radio. I knew I wanted to get into television. There was something about her, something about how she described TV. I went to her and asked if it was possible for me to intern with her. That 6-month internship got me my first job out of college. Fun fact about Kai Jackson, I have an honorable discharge from the Army. My degree was going to be teaching English, but my plan was to go into ROTC, and I got out of ROTC because I wanted to pursue a career in television. My father served, my father's father served, and I didn't, so it's a bit of a regret. I've had a number of moments where tears have fallen out of my eyes, again, seeing anybody hurt, whether it's a supermarket shooting in Buffalo or students being slaughtered in Parkland, Florida, or a congregation in Charleston, South Carolina, a city where I lived and worked. And I am personal friends with a pastor who was a good friend of the pastor who was killed in the Charleston shooting. So some of these things affect you and are connected to you directly. It's hard not to take them home, but you often do. I'm not incredibly religious, but I am spiritual. So I believe in God, and I believe in praying, and I meditate. And I also take karate. Karate is a good physical release for me. For viewers, what I find is they absolutely want to know things that aren't right or wrong. Journalism is designed to ferret out things that people generally might try to hide. We shine a light on things that sometimes people don't want a light shined on. That's our job. We can continue to do accountability, transparency, waste watch, and also give people stories that are a little more hopeful because it also reflects their lives around them. But those same people would be honest with you and tell you they also want to know, well, what are you doing to make it better? Or, and this is when I get a lot when I'm out in the community, people have a program or know about something happening to improve someone's life or to improve a problem, and they're hopeful that we can come cover that story. My most fulfilling moment hasn't been getting awards. I thought it was going to be when I got an Emmy, and I got my first Emmy here at Fox 45. It's probably more the news coverage we've done. My job is to kind of be a guide, but get out of the way. So I'm not trying to let people know I'm smart, I'm intelligent. People will respect you more for doing your job than for trying to impress them. My other passion outside of television is filmmaking. I have a master's degree in filmmaking, and I'm proud to say that because I worked hard at it. But more than that, I love telling stories cinematically. I'm Kai Jackson, and this is my story.
Make sure to watch Kai and Mary Bubala every day here at Fox 45 News and look for more behind-the-scenes segments in the future right here on Be More Lifestyle. Still ahead, a viral video is sparking debate about how much you should tip when getting food delivered, what folks online are saying about it, and your take on the way. Trending now, a viral video is sparking debate about how much you should leave for a tip when you're getting food delivered.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just want to say it's a nice house for a $5 tip.
Ooh, no, she did. Well, we cut the video off because we can't air what the driver says next, but he curses at the woman. She posted the video asking, how much should I tip for a $20 pie? We wanted you to tell it, how much do you tip? Most of you are saying $5. Great show lined up for tomorrow. You might want to add doing the laundry to your weekend chores list. A new report finds your pillowcase might be crawling with more germs than a toilet seat. Yuck! Tomorrow, the dirty truth about your sheets, how frequently you should need to wash and change them.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
All right, we'll see you. Have a great one. See you tomorrow.